Hey, hey. So I watched the video today. It was a video by a dating coach, and I can't remember the name, but it was on YouTube, and I think the channel was like Red Pill Doctor or something. I can't remember, but um, the man started the video talking about how he usually makes videos for men on dating and such, blah 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 blah. And he said, this video is a warning for pretty girls, for women who are between the ages of 18 and 25. And then he went on to talk about how pretty women between the ages of 18 and 25, or just that range, the young fertile range for women, the peak of their dating market value or whatever. He was saying that this all will end. So you have to be cognizant of how you spend your time right now. And, you know, just don't go wild and not think about it. And don't go wild and think that this will last forever. And I mean, honestly, the message he had was absolutely true. It was true. But the truest thing he said in that whole video is that women who are young and attractive get special treatment. And it's not because of who they are, it's because of how they look. It's because they are at their peak fertility. And he said, yeah, a guy like me, he's like, I'm an old fart. I'm 51. And guess what? Yes, I will tell a young, beautiful woman anything she wants to hear. I will agree with her. If she says the sky is green, I will agree with her. If she says 2 + 2 is 5, I will agree with her, all just so I could get her in bed. He said that. He admitted that. He said, guess what? Guys, we don't care about you. We don't give a F about you. He said, we don't care about you. We don't care. All we care is that you're young, you're hot, you're attractive, and that you're fertile. He said, we don't care about who you are as a person. We just want to get you in bed, right? And so this made me think to myself, this is a harsh truth, but it's true. And I'm glad someone said it. As tactless as the message was, as harsh as the message was, I was happy that he said this, because I was like, there you go, ladies. There you go. This is why you have to control your urges. This is why you can't give it up to just anybody, because as he says, no one cares about you. But you know what? You know how you can get a man to care about you? You can get a man to care about you if you make him work for you. And also listen to another video today. This one was by Shira71. Okay, so she was awesome. I love Shira. Very empowering. She tries to empower women. She said, you know what? If you ask a man about the woman that he loves the most, it is the woman who made him work the hardest for her. And I was like, So, like, on one hand, you have this 51-year-old man saying that, guess what, ladies? Guess what, young, pretty girls? Us men, guys, boys, we don't care about you. We don't give a rat's tail about you. All we care is that you're hot, you're young, and we want to get you in bed. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, we don't care about you. We don't care about your feelings. We don't care about who you are. We don't care about your dreams. We don't care about your aspirations. All we want to do is get you in bed. And then on the other hand, you have a woman confirming this view, but from another perspective, right? She's saying, yeah, definitely. Guys don't care about this. But what guys don't care about the most is they don't care about women who give it up easy, right? Who give access to their time, energy, to their bodies easy. But if a woman requires a man to put in substantial effort, substantial time, substantial energy, put in resources, then guess what? Then he will start to care about her. Because at the end of the day, men follow their investments, right? So men care about the things that they put their energy, their time, and their resources into. So if you require a man to do this before you give any of yourself up, before you give your time, your affection, your energy, your body up, this increases the chances that he will care about you and decreases the chances that he will not care about you and just ghost you. Okay, so control your urges. I understand. Okay. So that's that. That's that. There is something else I want to talk about. Another source that supports the idea of ladies controlling their urges. And it's really important because ladies, you will get used. And if you don't control your urges, you're just giving up your power. Like, you're giving up all your power. And another thing, I should probably look him up, but I don't care enough to look this guy up. But he's like some online YouTube dating coach, and it's something like Red Pill or something. His channel's called something Red Pill, and he said this window of time that women have, that they have all this power to just influence how people behave, is very, very short. So ladies, if you cannot control your urges in this time period you have to attract men, like, you're just giving up all your power, and you probably won't be able to get it back when you're in your 50s, when you're definitely not in your 60s. I mean, like, maybe if you go for an extremely older man, like a much, much older man, but like, the power is in when you're like in your childbearing years, okay? Oh Lord, someone's asking some crazy questions. So Maxime says, why not just a woman submit to a man if it's a serious relationship? The woman would have to trust the man to submit to him, right? Like, there has to be a reason for a woman to submit to a man. Like, who would submit to a man that can't take care of? Like, would you submit to a man if you're a woman? Would you submit to a man who doesn't take care of you, who you can't rely on, who you can't depend on, and who doesn't take care of you? Would you? Okay, but anyway, I'm going to get back to the other point I was going to make about why women should control their urges, right? So this guy took the message away. Okay, so now it looks like I was talking to myself. Everybody, the message was taken away. I didn't answer a random, an invisible message. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so there was this quote by Oscar Wilde. Okay, so apparently Oscar Wilde said, everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. Okay, now, even though that's a short quote, that's a pretty heavy quote, pretty loaded quote. Whew. But if you think about what motivates men to get up and go work and do all the things that they do, get these houses, get these cars, it's because they want access to women. It's because they want access to women's bodies. It's about sex, right? It's everything. Like, civilizations are built because of it. Systems are built because of it. Men wake up in the morning, early in the morning, go to work because of it, right? So on one hand, everything is about sex, right? But then he says, except sex, sex is about power. Now that's really interesting. So there's this article, actually. I'm going to read another line of it. It introduced this quote by Oscar Wilde. The quote is, everything in the world is about sex, except sex. Sex is about power. And the last part, the last sentence, sex is about power, is the part that I would have to take more time to think about, right? In the article, in the Huffington Post article, it says, even engaging in sex for self-validation is about power, in the sense that we give our power away every time we look outside of ourselves for acceptance or a sense of worth. That's deep. That is deep. And I mean, like, I'm just gonna stop right there. There is a whole article left. but I won't get into this article. What I'm going to do is talk a little bit more about that and how I know as a woman. Hey, Ella Suarez, girl, how you doing? What are you talking about? Ella, you are crazy. Ella says she has the urge to kill her BF. No, Ella, no, girl, don't do it. Don't go to jail. Anyway, okay, sorry. I'm just gonna get back on topic. Okay, so thinking about that last sentence, thinking about that last sentence, sex is about power. Okay, and thinking about the reflection the author made when he said that even when we seek sex for self-validation and we go outside of ourselves to gain a sense of worth or gain a sense of acceptance, we lose our power. Okay. And honestly, I see a lot of women do this and they don't even realize it, right? Like they're like, oh, I want someone to love me. I want someone to feel for me. Oh, so I get my body up. And then they do it without realizing that it actually, what they're doing when they give up themselves so freely like this, it actually does the exact opposite. It does not get you the acceptance and the self-worth that you think it's getting you. Whew, it doesn't. It actually it does the exact opposite. It makes the person who was able to access you so easily look at you as though like you're nothing, you know, you're not that good because you came so easy. I mean, like you allowed yourself, you gave yourself up so easy. Okay. So just think about that. Think about that. And just anytime you have the urge, think about the power you are giving up, ladies. When you have the urge to just give yourself up easy and not having someone work for you to have access to your body. And I mean, like yesterday I made a whole video about the risks associated with dating men and like actually engaging in intimacy with men. And just think about the risks that you're taking. Think about the power that you're giving up when you do this. I would highly reconsider making access to you and your body easy. I would reconsider that, and I would start to be very, I mean, just make an oath to yourself, make a pact with yourself that you're going to be extremely stingy with your time, with your body, with your energy, and with your presence, because not everybody deserves it, and men will use you. I mean, that when I watched that video today, I mean, it was so true, but it was so disturbing that this man, literally, this old man, this 51-year-old man, straight up said that, yeah, I will tell anything. I will tell a young, hot girl anything she wants to hear just to get her in the bed. And we don't care about you. We don't care anything about you. That's what he said. That man said that. He's 51. And he says, oh, yeah, I only date beautiful women. I only date beautiful young women. And he said, I don't care about them. So this is why you should control your urges and be stingy with your body, because these men don't care about you and they're just trying to use you. And honestly, this window is short, so get what you can in this short window of fertility, like the man said. Get what you can. Make sure you get some stability. Make sure you choose the right targets. Because the world is cruel, you know, like people are cruel and they really don't care about you. So make sure you care enough about yourself to get what you need. If you are entertaining, you know, a man, like make sure you get some type of assistance, some type of financial assistance. If you are dating anyone, make sure he's paying. Because he's out here for your body. You should be out there for stability, for financial gain. Because if you're not out here for something, if you don't have an agenda while they do, you lose. If you do not have an agenda while dating and the other person who is trying to date you has an agenda, then you lose. Maxime Augustine says, but isn't that what feminism about? Have the same body count as the average man? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a proponent for feminism in that way. I don't know what you're talking about. I think women should be very stingy with their bodies, personally, because men don't care. I mean, men will tell you anything you want to hear just to get access, just to try to get access to your body without having to, add any value to your life, without having to give you anything, you know? And unfortunately, a lot of women are in this la fairy tale land, and they think that the guys that they talk to actually care about them. Unfortunately, they're like, yeah, oh my gosh. And they get all caught up and in their emotions. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just thought of something. I just thought of my best friend. So my best friend just broke up with the only boyfriend she has ever had. She's like 29. She broke with the only boyfriend she has ever had. She was with this man for 6 years. She found out she was with this man. This was her boyfriend for 6 years. She just found out this man has 2 children and a wife that she didn't know about. Now you tell me if men really care about women. This is why you should be trying to get what you can get. Okay? And there are plenty, I follow this one YouTuber who used to be a mortician and used to direct funerals, and she would work in hospitals and funeral homes. She would embalm dead bodies and all this kind of stuff, take bodies out of the hospital. And she said a lot of times women who were sick and dying, their husbands would be at the hospital visiting their sick and dying wife with their girlfriend next to them. So it's like, this is the reality, okay? This is the reality. This is how a lot of men see women. And we have to accept this, even though it is harsh, it is cruel, it is disturbing, it'll probably keep you up at night sometimes. It is extremely disturbing to think about how this is the reality and this is how a lot of men see women. However, we must think about this, right? Like, we must keep this in mind so that we can survive and we can have decent lives, the good lives that we deserve. Hi, Ruth. Happy to catch your live. Hey, girl. Ruth, ask me a question so I can have something else to talk about. And everybody else who's here, please feel free to leave a chat in the little chat box if you have any questions. But Ruth, so you just caught the live. Ruth is my really good friend. We go way, way back. We used to live in Jordan together, the country Jordan, right? Oh goodness, what is happening? What is this? Okay, Maxime, you are so weird. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna answer this question. So Maxime says, my auntie said if a female puts a guy in the friend zone, she is a hoe by default. Do you think there's truth to that? Okay, it depends on how you define a hoe. How can she be a hoe if she's not sleeping with the guy and if the guy's in the friend zone? How is she a hoe if she puts a guy in the friend zone and she's friends with the guy? So women can't be friends with men? So if a woman is a friend, has male friends, she's a hoe? That doesn't make any sense, Maxime. That doesn't make any sense. I don't even understand the question, really. But anyway, Ruth. So I started off the live talking about how I was watching this really disturbing video earlier today, and this 51-year-old man was talking about how he would say anything. He would say anything to a young hot girl in order to get in bed with her. And he said, you know, whatever she said would be correct. If she said 2 + 2 was 5, if she said the sky is green, he would agree with it just so he could get in bed with her. And he said he doesn't care about her, right? He doesn't care about her feelings. He doesn't care about her dreams or aspirations. All he cares about is getting access to her body. And that's all he wants to do. That's it. So it's really important for women to understand this so they can protect themselves and make sure you don't catch feelings. You know, I understand our bodies have hormones and they, you know, all that stuff. But I mean, if you don't want to get played and if you don't want to just be completely exploited, just control your urges. Control them. Control them so you don't get played. Okay? All right. So if I mean, I've been talking for like 20 minutes now and I haven't gotten any valid questions. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go now. And I hope that everyone has received this message today. And I really do hope you take it to heart. Just be careful about the people that you allow into your life and be very careful about the people you give access to your body, whom you give access to your body. Okay. A lot of people are not out here with good intentions. A lot of people are out here to exploit you. It's true. Unfortunately, it's true. And they are out here admitting it. They are out here confessing and admitting that they are looking for young women to exploit. They are out here looking for young women to exploit, but at the same time, these young women have so much power, and it's so sad that they don't know that they have the power. They don't know that they could be like, hey, you know, any guy that comes up to her and wants and is sexually attracted to her. They don't know that they could be like, hey, oh my gosh, can you help me? My car's gonna be repossessed. I need 3 months of rent. 3 months of car note. And that guy will give it to you. I mean, like, it's just like women walking around here don't knowing their power and just giving up all their precious, extremely powerful power up to people who just don't care about them and want to exploit. It kills me. It drives me crazy. Porky Crap said there's nothing wrong with playing the field a bit before you get married. Sure, yeah. But I mean, if you're a young woman and you don't want to be exploited and you don't want old men or just men in general trying to exploit you, you know, it probably would be best to not give them access to your body or your time, especially if they're not adding any value to your life, especially if they're not making your life better in any type of way. Maxime, I think your aunt is crazy. Yeah, so you're gonna retract that message as well. This guy is on here typing messages and just retracting each one. It's very strange. I don't know why you're doing that. But anyway, but yeah, I think it's super sad. I think it's okay. So I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say what's really sad and disturbing again. It's really disturbing that young women have this immense power and ability. And they just give it up to people who don't care about them. They just give it up. They just give up their power to people who don't care about them. And Porky Crap says it's a hookup culture now. Yeah, it is. And then, you know what? So I read somewhere in another book that the more this hookup culture becomes prevalent, the more successful women will become who don't just give up their bodies so easily. And I know that's just a statement. I'm not confirming that statement. I'm not saying that statement is true. I'm just saying I think that's interesting to think about. Okay, so I think the reason why he said that is because he was trying to express how men like challenges. So like men initially, I feel like men think that they want someone who's easy, and they're like, yeah, yeah, I can't wait till I get, yeah, yeah, I just want someone that's going to drop those draws or whatever. But honestly, they really appreciate a woman who challenges them and who's like, no, you're gonna have to work. Um, and back to the comment I made earlier about another YouTuber who said that if you ask a man about the woman that he loves the most, it's the woman who made him work the hardest. You know, it's the woman who made him work the hardest. Because after he works for her, after he perseveres, after he's persistent, after he puts in all that effort, time, energy, resources, he feels that he has actually accomplished something. Um, Men will say that they want easy access to female bodies, but as soon as they get that easy access to female bodies, they hate they hate the woman who gave them that access, because they're looking at that woman like, she's nothing. Like, why else would she do this? Like, if it's easy, it's bad. If it comes harder, if it has a little bit of difficulty, a little bit of friction, while obtaining it, if I have to endure a little friction while obtaining it, then it's good. They just feel accomplished. It's all about the ego. It's all about the male ego and how it responds. The male body is like, yeah, 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 I want easy access. But the male ego, once you get that easy access, you don't feel accomplished. So you don't even like the person that you just did it with. But the woman who challenges the man, the woman who like holds back and is like, no, I mean, you're going to have to prove yourself. You're going to have to add value to my life before I give up access to my body. He ends up loving that woman more because he feels as though he had to persevere and persist, and he feels accomplished. He feels good. His ego feels good. He feels like, yes, I have conquered something. I've accomplished something. Yes. Okay. It's crazy. It's a crazy world out there. But just, ladies, please stop playing yourselves. It's not helping. I'm tired of these men messaging me online. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of them talking about some I want this. And I'm like, the fact that you think it's okay to tell a stranger what you want like that, to tell a stranger that you want sex straight out is crazy to me. It's crazy. Cause like, who does that? And to think it's okay. And I mean, like, I've had men message me in their 50s, in their 60s, talking about, I'm like, who is out here giving these men access to their bodies that they feel so comfortable messaging somebody like that? Stop being so easy. It just makes me angry. Like, stop. Stop that. Go do what you need to do by yourself. There are plenty of tools now available. There are plenty of toys and tools and equipment available now. You can handle it to yourself. Just stop giving your power away. Women are already marginalized in a lot of ways. Like, we don't have to hurt ourselves by doing this. Okay, let's see. Porky Crap says pizza's here. See ya. I see you, universe. Bye, Porky Crap. See ya. Enjoy your pizza. Enjoy your pizza. Maxime says, I see what you're saying, but what if one girl plays hard to get with one guy, then plays easy with another? Is that possible? That happens all the time, Maxime, Augustine. That happens all the time. I personally wouldn't advise that, but I know that happens. That was a strategy my cousin taught me about when she was trying to give me dating advice. She said, with the guy that you really like, don't be intimate with him. And if you need to hold off, have yourself like a boy toy on the side. That's what she said. That's what she told me. So it happens all the time. I personally don't do that. And I wouldn't really advise other people to do that. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you. I understand. Trust me, I understand. Some people haven't been able to control those urges. I mean, like, if you're like 18, oh my gosh, if you're like 16, 17, okay. I can understand because like those hormones are raging, things are going out of control. I get it. But if you're a little bit older, please get that on lock. Please control that because you're making it hard for us all to be seen as human beings and not be seen as objects. Okay? Like women already are having trouble in the workplace. You know, the most power we have currently right now is in relationship dynamics. It's because men vehemently search for, you know, access to female bodies, and like we really need to think about this power and not just give it away so easily, because we don't have a lot of power in the stuff that men have set up outside patriarchy, right? In the patriarchal world that we live in. Like, that's why these large corporations are paying women like 60 cents for every dollar a man makes, right? So like, let's get it together. Honestly, let's get it together. Let's stop giving our emotional labor and intimate labor up so easily. Let's stop that. Let's stop all of that. Okay? All right. So thank you guys for listening to me. This video went longer than I thought it would, but I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave comments down below. Ask me some questions. I'm always open to questions and comments. Even if people retract them, like Maxime Augustin. I don't know if people will be able to see his comments later, but he commented, but he took them all back. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Bye. See you. Good night.